It's number 5 on Europop Dance Week. Sent in by Armand. Won the vote in the live stream. Holy wow, we've made it here. This one's Caesar's Palace. Jerk It Out. What a name.
Oh, I know. Warner Brothers Sweden. Warner Music Sweden, Mike.
Like, I bet I could guess where they're from.
Oh, boy.
We know this one.
Yeah, we know this one.
Yeah, I never knew he was saying, and you jerk it out.
Yeah, I never knew that either.
I'm assuming the jerk is probably like a dance move or something, not the sex move.
Is that what you call that?
It's a sex move.
Is that a sex move?
Yeah, jerking it out.
You know what I do? I love this chorus.
Me too, and I've never heard the chorus because the only part I've ever heard is...
Oh, really? I have heard the chorus. I always just forget about it, but it's so good. It reminds me.
It's very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Who does it remind me of? It reminds me definitely just of an era of music.
His voice reminds me of the "We don't care about the young folks."
Oh yeah, I agree. What is that?
They reveal the keyboard player in the verse 2.
Well, I know.
Where the hell was he the full first half?
Like, there
I was
he is.
wondering. I was like, who is playing the thing? The because it doesn't sound like guitar. And then they reveal our hero extraordinaire,
Keys. There he is.
the key man.
He's hiding behind the cymbal.
Like, is he not in the band? What's he doing over there? Why? I don't understand.
Why don't we know more about him?
Yeah, introduce yourself.
What's his name? I don't know any of the other guys' names. That's too far. I like.
Anyways, that driving scene, throw in the water,
Yeah,
man.
What's
blurry
the
lights.
What's the effect that's on his voice? What would you call that?
In the verse?
I mean, doesn't is it change? Yeah. It's almost like an old radio thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a delay.
Yeah.
And the delay sounds filtered.
But it seems
Like
like
the
it's kind of
highs and-
constraining his voice into some sort of more like fractured sound.
Yeah. So they're filtering out some highs and the lows. So it kind of sounds like a megaphone.
Yeah. To me, it sounds like an old radio,
it's
like an AM radio type of thing almost.
It's mid-heavy. High mids.
So that's what you would call it, mid-heavy.
Yeah.
Like, are you
Heavy on the mids.
Are you mid-heavy?
They filtered out the
You're
lows
heavy in
and the highs.
You're heavy in the middle as opposed to the top or the bottom.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'd like to get my bottom and my top a little heavier.
jerk it out. When you jerk it out. You gotta jerk it out. But baby, don't you know you really gotta jerk it out. When you jerk it out. Baby, don't you know you really gotta jerk it out. When you jerk it out. But baby, don't you know you really gotta jerk it out.
That's a fun song.
Oh yeah, that's some good fun.
I've truly never listened to that intentionally or all the way through.
No, and I've never heard that. I've definitely never heard that bridge.
Nah, never.
Not once.
But what I really like is this mix is kind of fun because, like how we discussed, his vocals are layered in delay and there's some reverb on there. And the guitars have a lot of reverb on them as well. But the drum kit is dry, so dry.
Oh yeah.
So like a really tight like drum kit. Like
Well, that's what the back.
But that's okay.
It's so poppy. Everything is just interesting.
but it's nice because it gives it makes the guitars feel so spacious. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like
Yeah, they're kind of
swimming in
expanding.
verb.
Yeah, they're kind of expanding the world.
yeah, it's fun. I like this a lot.
Like this song's really heavy in the mids.
Heavy in the vocal.
Yeah, I love that term, heavy in the mids.
High mids.
Heavy in the high mids. High in the mids.
No, it's the high mids.
It's the high mids.
Yeah.
Not. It's heavy in the high mids.
The mids would sound a bit chunkier. His vocal is heavy in the high mids. Is truly what it is. 'Cause the highs are filtered out, the lows and the low mids are filtered out,
Yeah.
and it's just mids and high mids.
I'm just loving all the adjectives you have to use. It's like, well, if it was lower, it'd be chunkier. So it's heavy in the high mids.
That's what mixing is like. That's what mixing conversations are like. People go, oh, it's feeling a little muddy. Or the guitars are a little murky. Can we clean those up?
Oh, it's a little muddy here. Could we get it a little more dirty?
Yeah.
Like, wait, what would be the difference? It's like, well, there's a difference.
Dirty and muddy are very different.
Yeah, and in sound,
In sound.
not in reality.
Muddy is like too much low mids.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas dirty is like distortion.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's a whole lingo.
Oh, these audio engineers gotta figure it out.
There are boxy. Yeah.
But
And
you
the
know
mix
what?
is
As
too
you say it,
boxy.
you can kind of hear like dirty is kind of like, yeah, it's like gritty.
Gritty.
Would be dirty. It's
yeah.
distorted, and then boxy is kind of like it feels too contained, maybe something along those lines.
Yeah, boxy is like the sound that you would hit. Like, say you hit a drumstick with a box with a drumstick.
Yeah.
It's like low mids and mids, almost like. It's like you don't.
Okay.
You don't
Sounds
want
like
your drums sounding.
So it sounds like
boxy.
you're hitting a box.
Yeah, I think that's probably why. Yeah.
Because when you said
Or-
boxy, I think kind of like too contained. It needs to be more opened up.
It's hard to say, Joe. Now you're getting into the.
Now, does this have to do with like what you emphasize, like boxy or boxy? You know, like it's very detailed here.
Well-
This is too boxy. It's just like not it, but it is boxy enough.
The one of the craziest. Well, it's not crazy, but one of the most
crazy.
out there mix notes I ever received from a client was, can you make the bass sound more Ariana?
Ooh.
And she didn't specify. I assumed Ariana Grande. And so all I did was I clicked a random Ariana Grande song on Spotify, and I was like, oh, all the highs are rolled off this bass. So that's all I did. And she was, yep, that sounds better.
Dang.
So I just rolled off all the highs.
I mean, when it comes to music, like if you're,
Ariana Grande does not have a specific bass sound. That's why it was kind of funny. I was like, you wanted to what?
well, what I like is that it's your job as a mixing engineer to understand, to translate people's like feeling of music into like what the actual
Like logical action.
thing, yeah, the
is.
changes, how you're actually going to change waves or turn up mids or highs and things like that.
It is hard.
Yeah, I bet that does sound hard, especially since people don't actually know. If there was only, there's only a language that we've created that explains music, I believe that exists, correct?
I bet you could pull up a frequency spectrum and it'll show you all the words to describe.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
And that's not a real language. That's a language just kind of like shit together by a bunch of people, like at arbitrary times in
Yeah, just like
existence.
industry standard terms for different frequencies spectrum.
And they were just like said by a person.
bands. Yeah.
You know, they're not like clinical or like scientific or anything.
Like
they're just like
there's-
random.
Tinny,
Oh yeah.
harsh,
I know what tinny means. I know what harsh means too.
muddy, beefy.
Oh.
Can we make it beefier?
Now okay, and then
All right, we're really
well, yeah.
we're just kinda,
But the last thing I did want to point out when it coming back to the song is this is Europop Dance Week. Is this a Europop dance song to you?
this is rock to me. This is
I
indie
agree.
rock.
I agree.
But you can dance to it, and I'm thinking that jerk it out is implying a dance.
And I'm going to say that's okay. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it too.
All right.
It makes me want to move. So
Let's move on.
what is dancing if not movement, Joe?
Oh my goodness, an expression of your emotions through movement.
Yes.